Hi, this is Suzanne in Ohio. I have a journal I'd like to share with you today. Um, Took me a while to complete this one, but it's done. And this is the last of my fabric covered journals. And this one is called The Last Rose of Summer. So if you've seen any of my other videos, you'll notice that the textile artwork is very similar, but I dressed this one out totally different, and it is somewhat different inside. I just love this one. I had a wonderful time putting it together, and I want to show you all the things on the inside. It is a traveler's notebook style inside, but let's start with the outside cover. Get you back down here so you can see it. It's a total fabric cover, collaged pieces and parts with my hand-dyed lace, an original textile right there, and these rolled flowers, which I think represent the last rose of summer. And then when you turn it over, um, it is about a 3-inch binding, and I wanted to give it plenty of room. And then the back is a vintage textile, and it forms a pocket. The pocket goes all the way back to here, so you can slide all kinds of nice things in there. So that's the outside. It does come with my homemade twine roping. You can take this apart and use it however you want, but basically I wrap it around the back side and tie a knot in the front. And all the colors match because I used all the same fabrics. Okay, so here's the front. Again, it does have a floppy edge to it. I wanted to have something soft and natural looking, and it gives the book just a little bit more presence. So on the inside, let's see if we can get this all in frame. No pockets on the inside like I did on my other ones, but nothing says that you can't glue something on there. Now this first little insert, well, let me show you how I made it first, because I think that explains a lot. Down here you can see that I have 4 elastic bands, and I used an extra sturdy, extra strong elastic band, and how I put that together was a double spine with grooves in it, so that the bulk of the elastic as it ran down the spine was completely recessed, so you don't have any lumps or bumps in there, and it just works wonderful. And because elastic is extra strong, it gives you a way to remove and replace these traveler's notebook signatures without wearing out your elastic. So here's the first little signature, so to speak. Let me prop this up just a little bit and see if that helps. This is totally just a folder with pockets so that you can save all your goodies that you want to put in the journal or that you've collected and don't know where to put them yet. So I'll go quickly. This this is a print of a vintage textile done on coffee stained paper. When you open that up, you have a pocket here. And I should have mentioned there's several jewelry beads. And then here's a pocket. Then you flip this open, and there's a pocket here, and a fabric covered pocket there, and a side pocket tuck spot there. And then when you flip it open, another fabric pocket, flip it again, and another tuck spot long ways pocket. I left some surfaces without anything on it so that you can paste a pocket on there or whatever you want to do. This journal will come with some ephemera. I'm not going to show it because it's all similar to my other journals, but you will get a packet of ephemera with it that you can glue on as pockets or tuck spots or anything that you want. But in the meantime, every page in this journal has something on it, and I've already adhered several things, beautiful images and things like that. The first signature is a wallpaper cover, pocket here, and then I'm not going to explain everything because if you've seen my other journals, it's just repetitive to that. But you can see for yourself. The pages are quite attractive, and I just want to flip through them here. Writing spots. A lot of these images, of course, are my own textiles. Images of the textiles, I should say. Put this up a little bit more. I thought this was just a fantastically interesting book. I'm not a journaler myself. I always think I want to be, but I never follow through. But if I was to keep one for myself, it would probably be this one. Text spots. Anything you see is either a pocket, there's in that case a double pocket, or a text spot. Most of it is coffee dyed paper. And every page has some kind of tab on it. More jewelry, text spot. And then in the middle of this signature is a little file folder that I made. So you can put all kind of goodies and keepsakes in there. In case you can't, I think you could probably see this. Here's the other side of it. I did that coffee transfer kind of thing, and I cut out my own shapes, birdhouse and terracotta pots. That was fun. Tuck spot, tuck spot. On this one is a snail. Images as text spots here. Terracotta pots are a text spot. The feather is a text spot. Text spot. The vintage letters. More jewelry, as you can see that as I go. Again, this feather, let's see, yes, it's a text spot, and that's a text spot. Compilation pages. It gives you something interesting to see in case you just have a blank page. Text spot, bee skep, or beehive. And that's the back page of actually the first signature. Now this one is, let's see. Okay, this is a third entry. It's actually the second signature because that first one was just a file folder with pockets. Again, this is wallpaper. You've got these pretty little beads. Boy, I really enjoy doing those. More vintage linens printed. Images of textiles. Fold out. Writing space. Text spot. Text spots. These are my own text spots that I made. Those images are available on my Etsy site. You print them out and you have automatic pockets and text spots. I have several different sets in several different colors. I just love using those. Ink transfer print that I had done. Printed images. And this is old onion skin paper. Text spot. Another one of those coffee transfers. Some stamp off paper. I just love the color, so I put it in there. Everything is interesting in its own way, isn't it? tuck spot there. Compilation page, wonderful for mounting photographs on there. Some vintage prints. That happens to be a marriage license. Coffee dyed paper. Image of a textile. This is a flip out. And this is hinged, and it's a flip open. Tuck spot. Happy little house. Oh, a watering can on that coffee transfer. Vintage brownie camera as a tuck spot. Old ephemera. Another plant transfer thing that I had done. And an image of one of the quilt squares that I'd done. And this is another one of those fabric and lace tuck spot things that I made. Tuck spot. Tuck spot. These are images of these textiles that I did. Tuck spot. I've sold quite a few of these as digital downloads on my Etsy site. If you haven't seen them, go there and look. And they're probably listed under journal embellishments. And there's, I think, 6 different colored sets. And this is the back page of the second signature. And here you notice I backed that wallpaper with some pattern tissue, and then I free motion sewed all over it, like you do in quilting. It gives it some stability and some tactile interest to it. Now this is the last signature, and it's elaborate. It's a flip out, fold out signature with several different pieces and parts to it. But when you first open it, here you have a tuck spot. You flip that open, and there's some, let's see how, this is an envelope. I forget how I did it. Oh, there it is. The pockets on that side, images on that side, vintage handkerchief prints. Another one of those. Just paper, writing spot, music print, journaling card that I had made, another textile image. I just love this. I call these mini art quilts. I have 5 or 6 of them still on my Etsy site. And if you can notice here, the background was a vintage pillowcase, and it already had a lily, pond lily on it. So I added a watery scene, cattails and the Canadian goose. But that image is on my Etsy site as a digital download if you want to do something with it yourself. But it's just so colorful. I love it. Some little tuck spots. And if you notice the colored papers in here, my polymer dyed papers, they are just beautiful in real life. I did stick a piece of ephemera right here. It's a writing surface. It's a giant print of one of my art pieces. Just went so beautiful with that blue on that blue page, so I stuck it in there. I will be putting more ephemera in here, but like I said, it will be repeats of the stuff that's in my other 2 journals. Another piece of polymer dyed paper. I don't know if you can see it, how your color is coming out. It's a dusty rose. And the other side of that envelope. Now that's just the first flip out in that signature. So you flip that out, and that's what you had, almost a small signature in and of itself. And I realized this morning I've got a little boo-boo right here, but I'll fix that. So a tuck spot, craft paper, coffee dyed paper, a little tuck spot, linen image, handkerchief image, tuck spot, hodgepodge together of things that I had laying on my desk. These are all flip out right in areas. Big tuck spot, or pocket tuck spot here. Again, handkerchief image, compilation page. This is a little tuck spot up here as well. All these are either tuck spots, pockets, or fold outs to write on. Every page has a tab of some kind, either paper or fabric. I love that myself. I don't know if everybody does, but I sure enjoy it, and I love the colors to kind of match and pick up whatever's on the page. Press that back down. Tuck spot, wallpaper, images, another tuck spot, another web textile, rose hips, because they're the last of summer. Okay, now that's a signature within a signature. That much right there. So when you get there, then that's the back of the center signature, and then you can open this up, and there's a small signature here, but it's put on a flap so you can tuck it in or take it out and carry it with you. So let's go through this. All that vintage 1930s newspaper clippings that I had, I made a compilation page. Hand-dyed papers, little envelope, more rose hips, and that's it. Small signature sewn on, but on the back I put two little almost invisible pockets on the slide in. So you just simply slide that in and then it folds up, and there you have it. I didn't put anything on this surface. That again is for you to glue something on there for yourself if you want to. Okay, like I said, every tuck spot and pocket will have some piece of ephemera in it. It's very similar to all the ones that I showed on my other two videos, because this is my third fabric journal. I happen to have all these images started, the ones with the beehive, and I finished them, and I wanted to dress them out, each of them a little bit different, but I want to use those images. Typically summer, country. And again, here's a look at the spine and the back. That's not a pocket, it's just right here. Okay, and then here's a good, maybe you can see all the little dangles. I don't know, there might be 15 of them or something like that. They are so fun. Okay, there you have it. The last rose of summer comes with ephemera in it already, not as an extra packet, and the handmade twine as the closure. So I hope you enjoyed that. This will be up on my Etsy site in a few days if you would like to go there just to see some more up-close photographs, or you can look into purchasing it if it interests you. I thank you so much for watching, and thank you for all you YouTubers who share everything and encourage us and give us ideas as jump-off points. Thank you for watching.